Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for the OPTC video, and in today's video, we're diving into the one team versus all that doesn't use any of the new batch, nor does it use any of the New Year's Legends, to hopefully help you guys take down up to and beyond level 30 plus for this particular 10-star Kizuna. I gotta say, did some big changes to the team. Totally spaced that Zoro doesn't get boosted on one of the variations, which is kind of essential. So we had to change some stuff up. We brought V2 Shirashiri into the mix, as well as changing up some supports. We put Momo on Luffy and Ace, and then we also put Ushimaru on Yamato. That actually helps out a lot. But as you can see over here on the quick variation, there is attack down and threshold on stage 2. Now on stage 2, the Whitebeard is just perfect for this variation. He just completely removes the attack down, he completely removes the threshold. It's very, very nice. Now, but with this particular team, because now we have Momo on our Yamato, on our Luffy and Ace, not our Yamato, we can actually use the Yamato special on turn 2. This actually helps us out a lot. You do want to use her versatility as well, so that way you can tank the 150k, but utilizing her specialty just really helps out with damage, plus it allows you to get the attack boost variant that Luffy and Ace is doing. You do need to use an attack boost for that Momo support to trigger. You don't need it for this particular variation, but for the Dex variation, it will come clutch. Removing Zoro means that we do lose the ability to get around stun, but using that Ushimaru support, we can actually get around it thanks to the HP cut that he provides. Plus, he actually gives us an orb boost, which means that when we use the Luffy and Ace special, it makes it very, very easy to remember that they are going to become an attack boost, because you always have an orb boost. When there's intimidation, though, you can use Marco to get rid of that. Marco is going to be a damage reduction unit for this particular team, which is really, really nice. Plus, when you use the versatility of Yamato for this team, it actually bypasses that annoying mechanic that makes every type orb unfavorable too. Shiroshi Manchuri are going to give you a chain boost. They also give you rainbow orbs, which means you can do more damage. Whitebeard is chain boundary, and then you got color affinity thanks to Viva Rebecca. So that's a quick variation. Now on to strength. Now against strength, this particular team works very nicely, and I didn't really have any issues with the first two variations. It was really the Dex one where they wanted to use the new free-to-play Whitebeard and the new Ace. But moving forward, I don't really know if I'm going to be doing one team versus alls with the whole new Kizuna Clash teams. The point of one team versus all was to make it very easy so you don't muck up what team you're taking. But now they give you a slot that you can always see what team you're using for said variation. They give you the guiding game just like Treasure Map does. So I don't know if one team versus alls are that viable anymore. But look, let me know in the comment section below what you guys would like to see and how you guys feel about the content. On the strength variation, on stage 2, all type orbs will become unfavorable. Plus, you get a full board of strength orbs. Now, because your captains are blinded, if you use something like Roger and Odin here, it doesn't actually give you the Wano orbs, which is really, really bad game design. I feel like that's what they wanted to do, but then they didn't test it. And nevertheless, we're going to use the Luffy and Ace special here. They're going to give us a burn mechanic as well as an orb buff. That's going to allow us to get through the resilience, get around the bind, and give us some matching orbs. However, all type orbs will be unfavorable, so utilizing Shiroshi Manchuri here is really good because you can actually get a full board of rainbow slots. Works out very, very nicely, and that way you don't have to worry about the final stage, because you can keep the Yamato special to get tandem orbs and wonder slots. Marco's boosted captain ability gives you a full board of tandem orbs on the final stage. That's also super handy. But on the final stage, there is 6 turns of defense up, as well as Despair, which our Yamato captain takes care of. There is an intimidation for orb buffs, so the Ushimaru is just going to lose his orb buff, which is fine, because we can use our friend Captain Marco, and that's actually going to be our orb booster, because he's a 2-turn orb booster. Plus, he gives 90% damage reduction, which means he's going to give a 1.9 times buff to the entire crew, because of the Yamato damage reduction buff as well. Viva Rebecca are going to completely remove defense up. They also give us color affinity to our strikers, which this whole team is besides Luffy and Ace. And Whitebeard is actually a chain boundary unit too, if you guys want to use Whitebeard there. I just totally spaced when I was recording and didn't. Finally, we have the very, very annoying Dex variation, and this one is going to cause a little bit of problems if you guys are building one team versus alls, because there's Burn, and I believe Burn did get a buff. I don't think it got replaced with this new super buff. I think they just patched it in the sense that, alright, now Burn just literally does damage. Like, that's the way it rocks. It doesn't do end of turn damage. So if you are tapping perfects, you are going to have a bit of a sticky situation. But for this particular team and the addition of V2 Shirahoshi Mancherry, we can actually remove the burn now, which is really, really nice. We're not getting around it when it gets applied, but we are going to remove it for the final stage. So if you guys are tapping, you'll make your life a little bit easier. Plus, this is the stage that has the resilience, so you are going to want to make sure that Luffy and Ace becomes your attack booster. There is damage reduction on stage 2, so you do want to remove that with your Marco special. He's also going to give you a conditional boost for 3 turns, which we're really not going to be able to see. But at the end of the day, like, look, it is what it is. Having to take off Zoro from this team really sucked, because that was the Super Tandem trigger for Yamato as well, which we lose so much damage with that. But with the chain boost of Shirahoshi Mancherry and getting the orb buff from Marco on stage 2 and the chain boundary of Luffy and Ace, we can take out the ulti stage fairly nicely. On the final stage, you can use Shirahoshi Mancherry to remove the burn. They're going to give a chain boost because you do have an attack down if you're below a 3-point something chain. So very, very important that you do that. And then with Ushimaru giving you that orb buffing ability, that allows you to make Luffy and Ace an attack booster, and you can get access to the Momo support there. Getting access to that Momo support and the attack boost here is very, very nice, and it means you can actually use Yamato on the previous turn to just guarantee your damage there as well. Because you are tapping through greats, you are going to nerf your damage. So like if you really want to, like I said, make sure you are using the Yamato special on turn 2. Keep the versatility though, because that way you get the 70% extra damage reduction buff. You have Color Affinity once again with Vivi Rebecca, and Shirahoshi Mancherry are going to remove that burn. So it all works out pretty hunky-dory with this particular variation. There's also Threshold on this final stage too, which Whitebeard does take care of, which is really, really nice. But that's going to wrap up the video. Hopefully this one team versus all helps you guys out if you guys are really struggling for this 10-star Kizuna. It is a bit of a doozy, and the Super Boss is definitely not too far behind. But hopefully this team helps you guys out. Let me know what you guys want to see with some of those other prep videos I did as well down below. But while you're down there, belt like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, if you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.